Dear diarrhea, diary full of shit. Just play along, me, myself, and I, no one else. Yo, I'm so legit. Hey-bawbz, must be fate. Did you recently change your Instagram? You have those three orange hearts down there. I mean, whatever, but I've got one black heart. But anyway, I went to the Chinese food place yesterday and they gave me two fortune cookies. And one of them said, your dreams will come true in October. And the other one said, your communication skills will improve in January. Now, January already passed, so I'm assuming the fortune cookie gods must be talking about next January. And Halloween, well, that's coming up in October. Uh, well, October, because it said, your dreams will come true in October. Halloween, October is where Halloween resides, and October colors are orange and black, and that's pretty much it. Now, it is still currently see what I mean? Next year, by this time, I'll be a better speaker. But Valentine's Day came and went, but we're still in the month of love, February, and Valentine's Day's colors are, red, pink, and we'll just say white. So clearly, you're my fantasy, and the improvement of Mamma mia, pizza, pizza pie, something, 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 something that rhymes with I. Um, Spaghetti, Chef Boyardee. Uh, I think we're supposed to get together and I'm supposed to get into the movies. Now, you're sort of in the movies, but I suspect that your Papa Bear, is setting things up and, you're his baby girl, and that's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's time for you to start making adult movies. No, not that kind. Get your mind out the gutter. I just mean it's time for you to start working with A-list actors. Okay. Uh, Now, when I think A-list actors, I think, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, all these dudes that are just, oh, motherfuckers. But these days, I guess it would be like, what's that dude? Ryan Collins or something like that. There's like a new generation of A-list actors, and I think it's time that you start working with them. And as will I, and we will go to the red carpet together, and it might take a few years, and by then I'll kind of have like the touch of gray thing going on, and you know, I'll be dressed nice, and you'll be dressed nice, in a dress, and I'll be like, thanks, really. I mean, I just show up and regurgitate lines, I'm a dancing monkey, basically. This is like the easiest job in the world. And I just make movies. I have no political opinions or any of that horse shit. I mean, I show up, I get a trailer with my name on a door. There's snacks and stuff inside, beverages, and then they pick me up on a little golf cart and they take me to this building, and there's a bunch of these buildings, and I walk inside, and here's more sandwiches and shit. There's just so much work that goes into this, and I just show up and I get all the glory. And I'd, name off like 10 people, and I'd be like, but there's so many, and I wish I could name them all, but that, would take, too much time, and I know we're supposed to kind of follow the rules here. But for all of you, and y'all know who you are, from the people who make the sandwiches to the people who, you know, uh, whatever. I'll word it so it's not like, okay, fuck you, thank you for mentioning me. Yeah, I'm just a lowly guy. I think they call them grips. They're the ones who hold the microphones. But anyway, and yeah, I was born into this, or I married into this, and I mean, I'll have to do it and not be like disrespectful, to my other actors and whatnot. But anyway, because you're starting to get that more mature look, which I like, and you're probably noticing it too, and you're probably kind of doing some searching. And I'm not saying you're looking old; you're just looking less, Hi guys, puppies. You're not like a ditz anymore, You're like a young woman with tits. Oh. And those big magical eyes and that exotic look, and you're just excruciatingly gorgeous. And you got to be thinking to yourself, it's time for a real man in your life. I bet you lay awake at night wishing you had a real man holding you as you drifted off to sleep instead of you holding Milo as you kiss the top of his forehead and say, "Good night, baby boy." You know, cooking breakfast in the morning, be it bacon and eggs or some fancy shit, to pouring him a bowl of cereal, Flintstone Flakes or some Lucky Charms, some childish kid cereal. Oh, wait, isn't that your favorite cereal? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, he remembered my favorite cereal. Damn right I did. So, and I just remembered it. I didn't write it down and have to say it, 100 times before I memorized it. I just remember little things like that. Baby girl. Tits like that, how could I not? But, anyway. It's okay if you want to cry. I wish I had thicker arms. Or thinner arms. No, you don't. And for those listening in, she's not fat. She's like one of these thick chicks. My future wife, of which I speak. Arms like trees and legs like submarines. You were sitting in a tub, all like you were clothed and stuff. You were just weird. So, oh my gosh, you remember that? I don't even remember that. Yeah, well, I do. And not like in a weird way either. So, I just happen to remember. That's all. I remember a lot of things about you. With personality like that. How can I not? So, out there doing, basically God's work, with the whole what have you. That'll never end. I know your grandma said, or whatever you call her, May May, Nanny, Nana, Grammy, Grandma, Gram Cakes, whatever you call your grandma, uh, grandmother, Mother Goose. Um, she had said use your voice and your platform, so now you feel obligated, but you've carried that torch long enough. You've carried that burden long enough. You've used your voice because here's the thing. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your grandmother or you or the whole what have you over there or these people or that people or anything or whatever. But that shit will never end. Okay? So if that you want to make that your life's mission, I can't stop you. But as your future other half, not necessarily your better half, you're going to be my better half. So how could I be your better half, right? Maybe we're each other's better half, so we're like equal. We support each other. We grow together. And we'll never stop growing and learning, and we'll just be a team. And I don't know if you want kids or not, but anyway, no, lost my train of thought. Some whatever. So you're gonna have to shift over, and you're probably starting to think about that now. And I know you want to treat Milo with kid gloves and send him off gently and quietly into the night. So, however you want to deal with that. I know there's going to be a lot of crying, to the lead up. Um, if you would like me to do it, I can. That's kind of weird though. I think it needs to be from you and you alone, like not us together. That would be like kind of a dick move. Milo, look, reach over across the table, put my hand on top of his. Look, little buddy, it's okay. These things happen. Life happens. The heart wants what the heart wants. You know, she loved you. She did. She really did. She adored your cute munchkin little ass. She's with me now. So, would you like an ice cream cone? Would you like a bowl of something? Wanna, I'm just teasing. I wouldn't be disrespectful. But anyway, but I would, like if he got all hostile and shit. You motherfucker, why are you even here? And she asked me to be here for emotional support. I'm her shoulder to cry on now. So, anyway. And you'd cry afterwards, Oh, that was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I know. Would you like a bowl of ice cream? Because there's like a TCBY or whatever right there, Cold Stone Creamery or whatever. Well, those places are good. I've only eaten there once. They make their own waffle cones, whatever. They scoop the ice cream in and then mash it all up with that weird shit. So I always feel guilty though, like when I go into those places, because I don't know, I just do. And I do, like when I go through drive-throughs and stuff. Obviously, I work through the uncomfortableness, but it's just so lame. You drive up to a little box, it just, it's like the little guy behind my eye is like, oh, who's a little bitch? Are you hungry? Oh, why don't you fucking drive your happy little ass up to a fucking little box and place your order and then drive around and I'll hand it to you in a bag out the little window. Yeah, go home and eat your fat fucking face, huh? Stuff it in your cake hole. Oh, who's a hungry little boy, huh? Huh? For some reason, I feel so guilty, like I should, be killing a dragon and eating it, or, stalking a bear, and, I guess I can't decide if it's the macho manly burliness in me or the insecurity in me or both. Maybe it's like, which wolf survives, the good wolf or the bad wolf, whichever one you feed. Well, in my case, maybe it's, who survives, the macho manly burly boy or the pussy insecure bitch. They're in they're locked in battle, but how would the pussy bitch stand a chance against the macho manly burly boy? Well, maybe I give him a chance because, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, Bobs, I wouldn't mind a lifestyle change. The fortune cookies have spoken. I don't really know what they mean. I'm trying to figure them out. That's the best I can come up with. It said trust the timing. Well, kind of, well, not all of a sudden, but as of fairly recently, it's like you're a young woman now with big, glorious titties. You're not a ditzy, social media influencer, And, Mama Bear and Papa Bear are just going to have to deal with it, It's time for you to take control of your life and do things that you want to do. I think you should get into movies. So, like I said, I've got a movie that I want to make with you in it. I don't know what the movie's going to be about. All I have is that one scene that you've heard of, and I'm gonna make the rest of the movie around that, where you're in some fancy city in the Hollywood Hills, overlooking, the night lights, in a pool that's all lit up, so it looks all blue. There'll be a scene of you like with your bikini bottom and top, and it'll be the right, like cut, right, hip strap, whale tail, pulled up nice and high, but not like too high. Nice front, narrow on the front, but not too narrow, and wide enough down low to cradle the pussy. Um, and the proper titty coverage, basically like that red bikini top you got. By the way, did you do that on purpose with the water? Where's your hands? Did you like edit that out? Because your arms kind of look, it's kind of like a close up, and your arms look like they're kind of going out, like you're holding the camera. How'd you get stitched like that? Did you do something? But, um, but that's like the right kind of coverage, not too much, not too little. Smooth material, even though it will be bikini, so it'll be more robust with a bigger, robust seam and all that. But, so we'll see that, and then I'll show up like in some sort of tuxedo, Bond, James Bond, and I'll be kind of your love interest. You'll be kind of flirty, kind of pursuing me, and I'll be like, the man on the mission, who's like, I know it's like in the bag, it's like, but I got like a job to do, right? And then eventually we do, or whatever. I don't know what that was, but so I'm gonna have to watch that movie now. I don't think I've ever seen it. If I did, it was a long time ago, where Sean Connery plays James Bond. Bond. James Bond. I know there was one with Daniel Craig played it. And who was the other one? What was his name? Anyway, and so many bombs. Bandity banda bandity bandity banda. Okay, focus, Bond. James Bond. Oh, shaken, not stirred. In case you forgot, it's Bond. James Bond. The Bond comes first, then James Bond. But it's not Bond James Bond. That sounds just like Sean Connery. He's Scottish, by the way, which is my heritage. Some of it anyway. Maybe a lot of it. Like I said, my granddad's last name was distinctly Scottish, kind of like, O'Leary or Callahan is Irish. Irish Scottish. Similar accents. The neighbors, I think. We had a castle. It wasn't a medieval one, it was just like a fancy house. So, because a guy traced back, blah blah, I've told the story before. Related to the Bruce, who was the king during the time of the Braveheart days. So, yeah. Related to the Bruce. What else was I going to say? Oh, I used to occasionally find little red hairs in my beard. Now they're starting to get, I'm getting that peppered look, which is also sexy, so I hear. Like I said, when it's time when we start winning Emmy awards and shit, it'll be just perfect. You know what I mean? She'll be like, oh, who is that guy? And then they'll like learn about my history, and they'll be like, oh shit. But they won't be able to talk shit, because it's like, man, he was in the wrong profession, for all them years. A humble truck driver, and then, well, if we're going to kick this off, they're so lucky. And we'll be like, who are those two who are married? I think they're still married. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. It's like they're, you know, as far as I understand, they're a decent couple and they're still married. I don't know. So it's a shame. I guess Aubrey Plaza was married and her husband died. So whatever. That's some shit. She's cute. Yeah. Me and her could get along great. Like I can picture it, you know. Like so, we should probably like if she was talking, you know, we kind of have similar. They say opposites attract within reason, obviously, but like you know, it's a Friday night, you know, and we're just sitting around. She'll pipe up, you know. We should probably do something. Like what? What do you want to do? You want to cook some food or watch a movie or it's 8 o'clock on a Friday night. What could we possibly do? Well, we should get out of the house, you know, and like do something like couples do on Friday night. Yeah, yeah, we could do that. We probably should do that. Like look at her, you know, with like, yeah, yeah, you're onto something here, babe. Hmm, what should we do? Well, I don't know. It sounds like this relationship's gonna end soon, and then I'll sweep her off her feet, do something on the fly, you know, pull a rabbit out of my hat, make the magic happen. Present to her a fun, spontaneous, didn't expect it, like not nothing gay, like something like actually fun, like you know, not so some dumbass horse carriage ride or ice skating. You know, I'll find some fucking you know trampoline world, you know, with like a zip line and a fucking parachute and indoor skydiving and just like a combination of everything, you know, just on okay, okay. You want to have some fun, do you? And get your mind out the gutter. I know what you mean. Well, okay, yeah. And we'll have to get in the car and I'll have to like think of this shit on the fly. Like when we get in the car and I start driving, you know, out of the fancy Hollywood Hills where actors live, gated community or wherever, you know, my mind's like figuring things out, you know, because I'm going to have to, you know, pull this off, right? Take command, take charge, make it look easy, you know? Like she doesn't even know what's going to happen. And that'll be part of the whole thing. Oh, really? You are, you. You know, she'll know, like, based on what she's wearing, you know, and the shoes and stuff. Like, oh, okay, oh, you want to get out of the house? Okay, all right. You know, and I'll be prepared for that, you know. So, because I'm the man. There might come a day where she expects something from you right now, and you're going to have to keep that in your back pocket. So, and if that day never comes, then you might have to use it. You might have to present it. And now you have to think of something new, you know, because you got to keep her like alive and vibrant and you know fun and love with you. So occasionally you have to like do shit like that. Aubrey Plaza, she's so great. Not as great as you, obviously. Bob's. I mean, does Aubrey Plaza have tits like that? Does she have eyes like that? She's got pretty eyes. I mean, like I said, she, you know, that's why I like her. I didn't know that she was presented that way. I didn't know the world saw her like that, you know. Welcome to the Salty Club. No smiling aloud, you know. Yeah, yeah. You know, I like that. You're the complete opposite of that, but, you know, we'll make it work. So, plus, you can be kind of dark and gloomy. That's kind of why I like your pictures lately, you know. I know you're like, hey, no, no, no. It's like you're losing that fluffy bullshit, you know. Yeah. You think you could, you know, you'll start playing like a drum. Anyway, so you get out the pool and you take your top off in the pool, but we don't see it because it's like an R-rated movie, right? So we see you from behind, so we see your ass, right? And we see your titties from behind, you know, because they're kind of like hanging out to the side, you know, because you got them big titties. And there's me, hey babe, I just wanted to swing by and blah blah blah. And she's like, so you want to stick around? And we'll have at this point that'll happen like a quarter way into the movie, and we will already have, it'll be established that we're like kind of a loose, not even like a situationship, but just sort of hook up every now and then type relationship, right? So you want to stick around? It's a nice night. Got a bottle of wine over there. I was gonna drink some by myself, but if you want to stick around, and I'll pull the whole, I'll take a rain check. Bond, James Bond, and hop in my Batmobile. It'll be, I no, it'll have to be. It'll be like a fancy car, like a BMW or an Audi or some fucking whatever. But it'll have a nice growl, so it won't be the. It'll be a. With nice, sound to it. Yeah. So that'll probably win us an Academy Award. I'll get Best Actor male role. You'll get Best Actor female role. Anyway, I'm up here on time, but this is like I haven't mentioned you in a while, and you make me horny. I've made some collages of you and whatnot. But yeah, I'll offer, I'll give you some coaching on how to get rid of Milo. I mean, how to send him off, into the abyss. Or, I mean, off to where, I know it's going to be difficult, but it's time, otherwise your heart, it can't be doing this thing in two directions, And, yeah. Maybe, wow, But I can't just keep getting Chinese food, every week or two, because, I mean, everything can't be fake. But this is pretty clear. I mean, it's obvious, So, and the thing on the back, the one was eggplant parmesan, which I don't even think is Chinese food. And it was pronounced Chikai Ding Dong Dai. And the other one was something, I forget, it was like Goo Gai Pan or something, whatever, I don't even know. But I'm not even sure if it was a food or whatever, and it was pronounced Dai Dong Dong Dai. So, and I couldn't write it out. I mean, you know how Chinese writing is, of the Orient, everything's a picture, God damn. They must just, everything must take a really long time to write shit out, or they draw them pictures really fast. Here's a house with a window and a roof. Hello. Here's a garden with a sunrise and an ocean with a dolphin jumping in the background. How are? Here's a dragon with an umbrella, with a rising sun, and a blooming flower, and one of them birds doing. It's like, damn. So anyway, leave a comment below. Future so bright, gotta wear shades. Ooh, boobies, boobies, boobies. Look at them big magical eyes. That's right, world. This is my wife, you motherfuckers. Move over, Billy Bob Thornton. There's a new Papa Bear in town. Billy Bob Thornton is a Papa Bear? Well, he's one of those actors. He's like a humble one, you know what I mean? He's like an average guy, So,